See you too.
As a channel member, we want to have stuff for you guys. What we plan to do, of course, have those emojis, a bonk emoji.
Yeah.
We want to do comic strips for you guys to kind of keep our characters and comics out there, keep the creative blood flowing, and just little strips, maybe monthly.
Develop notifications, sub if you haven't. We're trying to make the best content we can out here and do something more like a podcast.
Let's get out of here. I've had enough of this.
Ooh, what a rush!
Hey yo. 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 All right, for a minute there I thought you lost it. Whoa. Hey yo.
Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
Who are those guys?
Your brothers? No. Yes.
Beginning to get on my nerves. Who are those guys? I couldn't do that. Could you do that? How can they do that? Who are those guys?
The fucking Diaz brothers!
Connor, I know the media has a ton of questions for you, so I just want to ask you, what do you think of this turnout?
Yeah, fuck the Diaz brothers, yeah? Fuck those cockroaches!
It's Friday night. You know what time it is? Time for the Diaz Brothers show tonight. We talk about stamping, art, comics, getting stuff out, and there will be a reckoning. Now welcome to the show, Phil and Brandon Diaz.
Yes. Camera's better now. No. What's going on here?
No.
What are you doing?
No.
All right. What should we do? Should we move the camera towards you? I feel like
What's going on?
we have to do this.
Oh, you coming over? Okay.
But then we can't see Salama.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to talk about Salama tonight
Why?
because it's you guys let us know. Do you want more
At least saying low mic game.
low mic gain or
Or
low
he
mic
says again.
gain?
Am I coming in clear? Hey, Mom, I said, am I coming in clear?
How does this sound?
You're
everybody?
frozen.
Test.
Could be. Did you
Test.
pump
Test.
that volume? Pump the V?
Yeah, it's all the way up here. All the gains are up. These yellow little things are
Raise
up.
the V.
We record new record for fastest record for fastest
Dude,
fee.
There's
freeze.
nobody else in this building using the internet right now.
Yeah.
This is fiber for you.
Hold on, don't talk. Oh, there's other people in the
Now
building.
there's other people in the building. Yeah.
Oh, is this the wrong? We might be on the wrong mic. Let me check right here.
Nice job.
Let's see. Hold on, don't talk. No, it's the right mic.
Yeah, it seems fine. Why am I hearing myself though?
I don't know. Why am I hearing myself? This is so weird. It's like it's tapped up right into our eardrums. What is?
There's like that 1 millisecond delay. It's odd. Whoa.
Yeah, why is that happening?
It's like being in a slight echo chamber.
I'm not like on YouTube or
Oh, you
anything.
have something open?
No,
that's
it's
not
like
it.
it's beamed directly into our ears.
It's beamed directly into our brain. That's
What
what's
is that?
happening.
Maybe we're too loud now.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds a
sure
little
it's the
blown out.
electrical distortion from the mixing board
This is so odd,
that's
guys.
vibrating our
What a
ears.
professional operation, guys. What do you
Whoa.
expect here? All right, you guys are members. You're sub to this channel.
Yeah.
You can't expect a lot. We put
My
a lot-
mic is bad.
Brandon's mic is bad.
Well, it's wonky is what was specifically said.
We put all of our production value in the signs,
Yeah.
3D printing in this.
We didn't manufacture the
Soundboard.
soundboard or the computer.
You guys can hear that though. right?
Problems taken up with StreamYard.
Yeah, it's all StreamYard's fault. You know, we're working with the best we can. Down with Big Cito. Bobby's got it right.
Yeah. Gain is way too high, Scissors with the Runs says.
Scissors with the runs. Yeah, I don't really know which knob is the gain because it's kind of like really far from us. I'm going to turn all these other ones
The
down.
gain is usually the yellow one.
Maybe Brandon's gains.
Maybe mine is just too high. I don't know.
Well, what's up, everybody?
Yeah.
It's
What's
It's an impromptu stream.
impromptu stream. We started, planned it 2 minutes ago. And we're here. We got a good show for you. We have a special guest on tonight talking about a new
Ooh.
book you guys may or may not have seen. Brandon doesn't even know what it is.
No, I have no
He
idea.
has no idea what's going on here. But let's see how everybody's doing in the chat. Besides the mic issues, Brian Suddenly Old is here. Good to see you.
What's up?
Citizen Ronan, Angela Curry, Bobby. We see Bobby here. Phil.
What's
Devereaux.
up?
Scrolling down, Passmaster Dan. of
What's
course.
up?
Le, my homie Le, good to see you. Dale A is here as well. Snarticon, good to see you, Snarticon. And Snarticon, I don't think you you tweeted at us this week, but if
That's
you-
true. I didn't see this.
Yeah, if you didn't know,
Today is Friday in California. Huh? True.
Friday in California. I didn't even see that organically. There's
yeah.
usually a couple of things that I see right in the morning, right when I wake up. That's one of them. I did not see it today. So hopefully that guy's doing well.
yes, yeah. Hopefully Friday in California guy is doing well. He did get shot though, which is unfortunate.
Mm. He was the guy.
Yeah. Henry Bemis is in the chat. Good to see you, Henry. And our guy, Tomo Reckoning, in the chat as well. There will be a reckoning, and we're going to bring him on in about a little bit under an hour. All right. Doing a little end of the show promo, and we'll get to that. But we have a lot to talk about. Lots of progress being made this week, Brandon. But first, should we talk about the plagues?
Yeah.
The plagues of the
we're
Bible
hit
have been
with the
raining
plagues.
down on us here at the arcade.
Yeah, it's like the book of Revelations over here.
It's if you guys don't know, we work at the world's largest arcade, the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Last week, you guys saw the winter flood that had happened at the arcade.
Yeah.
What we talked about, you didn't really see it. Brandon and I had to go up on the roof, shovel some snow.
Redirect the flood waters to a single point so it can be collected.
Yeah, put a tarp down. Plague of Flies, says
Yeah.
Dale.
We're waiting to see what next week will bring.
Yeah, Plague of Flies, perhaps.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Firstborn sons dying.
Yeah,
That's me.
This week it was like a fire tornado.
Yeah, it was a poison gas cloud.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that was in Revelations. the
Poison.
gas
Well,
cloud.
there's DLC.
Yeah, wasn't there a
sometimes
fire
there's
tornado
DLC.
though?
Yeah, there's fire from the sky.
Moses talked to a fire tornado.
Yeah, well,
what it
that's
was.
not Revelations. That's some early stuff. That's Old Testament stuff.
Yeah, someone correct us.
Yeah. So you want to explain what happened at the arcade this week, Bryn?
It was one of the most fun things. Just to be succinct, Nicor, which is the natural gas conglomerate over here, apparently at some point in the past shut off our natural gas for years over here at the arcade. And the arcade cabinets, there's so many of them, there's 900 and some games in the arcade, right? And so like they produce a lot of heat, and generally we don't have to have the heat on at the arcade. And actually a lot of times, even in the winter when it's like 40-30 degrees out or something, we usually have to have the air conditioning running because the games produce so much heat. But it had gotten down to negative Fahrenheit numbers.
Yeah.
Right. And which is crazy, crazy cold. And so we had to put the heat on, but there was no fuel for the heaters. So we complained to Nicor, and they came out, and because the meters weren't on.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, we closed off your valves years ago.
Hey, you haven't had gas for 6 years.
Yeah. And in some cases, they were like, you haven't had gas in 13 years. And it's like, we've been here for 13 years.
Right.
We literally couldn't open the business without gas because you need hot water in the bathrooms. And so they came in, and no fault on us because this is their stupid problem. They turned on the gas meters without checking the appliances. And you could see where the problem is there. Because some things have pilot lights, right? In this case, it wasn't a pilot light problem. It was a furnace problem. And then so there's this giant natural gas leak.
Yeah, I didn't smell anything. Right? I was over there. It smelled, a little bit of water.
Yeah.
But when the guys opened up the furnace room or whatever room that's in, all the invisible gas leaked out into the arcade.
There's nothing like breathing in carbon monoxide for 15 minutes straight while you're trying to figure out what's wrong going on over there. Yeah, lots of electricity, lots of static charge, and highly flammable gas. Good mixture. Fortunately, nothing happened. Opened up as soon as we figured it out, I was like, man, it's got to be this furnace problem. So I closed the gas line, and then just opened all the garage doors, fire exits in the back there, and then put a bunch of fans to blow everything out. It was crazy, dude. And oh my God. Absolutely insane.
And then today we heard that somewhere recently.
Oh yeah, some other building in the area just blew up.
Yeah, it happened to another building, and they just blew up.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. So fortunately, like there was not a lot of people in the arcade, and we caught it in the nick of time. So
yeah,
Nicor, not good on that.
Yeah, they didn't want any of that Diaz Bros smoke.
So next week we'll see which of the plagues will hit us.
Yeah, what plague is next? I'm hoping raining of frogs.
You want frogs?
Yeah, frogs.
No locusts for you?
No. Well, isn't this the locust year?
Well, for I don't know which is zodiac calendar you're talking about.
When they come out to play.
Oh, I don't know.
The locust. I think this is the 12 or 7-year locust thing.
Yeah. Carbon melting aluminum cans, carbon monoxide,
fog. Yeah, it was the flooding of the snow, the poison fog cloud, and then now the fire tornado.
Nicor was literally arguing with us about how we haven't had gas service to any of the buildings since 2009, which is physically impossible because we opened in 2010, right? The town wouldn't let us open without hot water because there are bathrooms here, right? And then one business that used to be in one of the buildings here that has since moved out, we are now occupying them, it was a kitchen for delivering food to private airplanes at the local airports here. So it had a full commercial kitchen with giant stoves and ovens in it. Like it's impossible that they didn't have gas service to that building. So I don't know what's going on.
So that's how this week went.
Yeah, it's but that's over. And then I thought this was really funny and coincidental. I'd never seen this before. So we went to Walgreens to pick up some stuff, and I'm just kind of like browsing around. On an end cap, they had cans of oxygen
Yeah.
that you could just like go like this, and it was compressed oxygen for you to just breathe, like some Spaceballs style
Sci-fi
thing.
movie. Yeah.
I'd never seen it before, and I'm like, what would for who is this for?
COVID-free oxygen is what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I could see like a person in my situation who had just been spent 15 minutes breathing in straight carbon monoxide.
Right, and then the aluminum. Chrome throat.
Who else is that product for?
I don't know.
I did not buy it.
Has anyone
though.
used that? Has anyone tried it out? But guys, if you are on Twitter, please retweet this out. We got 60 people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. We're gonna be on for I don't know 2 hours or whatever. I don't know how long we do this show. But we'll be on. We'll be going into Bancroft's show if he's streaming tonight. Great lineup of shows for you guys tonight. We do have a super chat here.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Mr. Bobby Kiss 199 says ordering anti-seed oil lit for the table in Joyzy. Dude, he's gonna have anti-seed oil at
Ordering
the
anti-seed
the
oil
Jersey
lit.
table. Yeah, it's gonna be lit. No seed oils.
Yeah, but I thought he was talking about some sort of product.
Maybe
Like he's ordering
like a jar of anti-seed oil.
Mm.
There should be something where you could put in the seed oil that scrapes away all the free radicals.
Yeah.
And you can use it as
They do have a thing that you can do that if you just take your seed oils and dump them directly into the trash. They become completely harmless.
Yeah, that's as good as anything.
Anti-seed oil literature.
I get you.
That might have not been the word to abbreviate.
Yeah, that's true. But thank you for the super chat. And of course, guys, you know how it goes. If you super chat us, you get a good old bonk. There you go. We got a Mr. Phil Devereaux in the chat. Good to see you, Phil. He's got his 3-month membership chat. He says, my OG Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition put off some heat. Yeah. All those machines, all they are is wood and heat.
Yeah, furnaces. They are all electric furnaces.
Yes. Thank you for being a member, brother. We got Alistar in the chat.
What's
Good
up?
to see you, a Sir Shelby Robertson.
What's up?
Here with the ellipses. Appreciate that. Jay Williams says, happy Friday. That Wastoid shirt looks fire.
Yeah, man, the colors on that, I cannot wait to see how it looks on the purple shirt.
Yes.
It's gonna pop so much.
So I think we should talk about that.
Let's talk
first,
about it.
Because I put up a video and we'll look at that, but I'm actually wearing the shirt. Let's see how this looks.
Yeah. He's
can
got
see
it on right now.
Wearing the shirt.
Live. The shirt is live.
Look at that. Freaking cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you guys could still order these on the campaign. And I was so surprised of how
Simple.
simple it was and
yeah.
how fast it worked and dried. I'm like, is this now, I can't touch it for a little bit? And Jim's like,
No,
it's on
ready to go. Dude, I learned that when I was in Miami.
Yeah.
There's like all of the souvenir shops and stuff, and they just have like all this art on the walls that are like, what do you want on a shirt? And I didn't want to buy it because I was like, oh, they got to do this process and stuff like that. And I'm like, how are they doing this?
Yeah.
How are they doing like one-offs and stuff? And you go to like a convention and they'll have, instead of carrying around inventory for t-shirts, they'll have like a screen printing setup, and they'll bring like the oven so that they could bake the plastisol directly onto the shirt and stuff like that. And with this technique, basically you just need a heat press, and it's as good as screen printing. So it's not vinyl. You get that high fidelity art, and you're not dealing with like a big shirt of vinyl or a big sheet of vinyl on the shirt you would when you're dealing with like a vinyl heat press. So it works awesome. This is the first test run. We're going to move up the art a little bit, just so it's a little higher on the chest. And I think it's going to look great. I can't wait to see. I just ordered the purple shirts.
I don't know if I should do it like this. Would this be better? I guess that's fine.
And yeah, this does not do it justice. In person, the colors are almost fluorescent.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it home tonight and see how it looks under a black.
They're gonna glow, man. It's gonna be
so
crazy.
cool.
The colors are called fluorescent green
Dude.
and fluorescent blue.
Awesome. Let's take a look at this. This is on Twitter. It's from my TikTok though. Go ahead and follow as a comment. Seeing our Lost Pages 3 shirts. Here are the screens. Just gotta cut them out. Beautiful design by Alan Alonso, aka the Howl Comics. This is how the ink transfers onto each shirt. And we use this heat press that we set to 365 degrees. And here we are taking the moisture out of the shirt, kind of preheating the shirt to get it ready for the actual screen. Laying it down, make sure it's centered so everything goes on straight. And this is the crazy part. It takes only 6 seconds for that ink to transfer off of the screen onto the fabric. You peel it back and watch these colors pop. Wow, that blue and green is crazy. This is a part of the comic.
There you go. That's how the colors look.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's yeah, and like you said, I can't wait to see on the purple shirt.
I'm gonna be rocking the purple shirt for sure.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, it's gonna give it a lot, some more depth to it, I think, as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Really cool. So those there we have some extra screens. Or what do you call them? Pylons?
Pellons.
Pellons.
Those aren't really pellons now that I looked at the way that those came
word,
on,
so
but it's just like a transfer sheet.
Yeah.
But the other ones are like pellons.
So we have some while supplies last. If you guys didn't get a shirt, you can go on there. I think here, I make sure you could just get it by itself. I think, yeah, you could order them by itself if you already backed the book, and I would suggest getting one because they're looking freaking awesome, and they'll have the Zaid Comics logo on the sleeve as well.
Definitely.
But we do have
Well Read only wears muscle shirts. You could macho size it. You get one, shred up the sleeves, cut it down on the side.
That's right. We do have another super chat from Miss Angela Curry for $5. Says, hey, Diaz bros, it's almost spring. Is it?
Is it?
Not over here.
I feel like it's like 90 days until spring.
Where are you living? Happy Friday. Cheersies. Furious Doge. Furious Doge. Furious Doge. Thank you, Angela. And speaking of Angela, we just today shipped out all of the barrels.
We did.
From the 5 weeks of December, 5 weeks of barrels giveaway. So those are in the mail, and they should be on their way this weekend to everybody out there that won a barrel. So thank you for the super chat, and here is a great bonk for you. What's up, Admiral Wacko? Good to see you.
Sumo Authority says, F those barrels. I hope they get lost in the mail.
Oh, someone's a little jealous. It's understandable. It's understandable. And while we were showing off the shirts, Reese in the chat, awesome chatter. Reese with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. I guess we could scroll up here to read out these members here, gifted by Reese.
Yep.
You want to read them?
Corey Barton, Jim Cox, Simply Green.
Jesus!
All I do is over penetrate.
What?
It's up. It was up there.
There
and
you
then
go.
wait, go back up. And then Reese picked one up.
Wait,
picked up his own membership.
A membership to himself?
Yeah.
Jesus!
The first one.
Lucky gifter there, Reese. Thank you so much.
They said it couldn't be done.
and it did. It is done.
Extra thick.
Awesome to the max.
Awesome.
All right, so we showed off the shirts. Those are going awesome. That's not the only update that we have for you guys. We also, before we did the shirt thing, we've been working on this, getting this finalized, and it is finalized for everybody. And it is at the printer. The Lost Pages tome is now it's in production.
You missed out on the ooh.
It's in production.
Yeah.
At the printer. This is how it's going to look, dude. This is our first book with a UPC code on the back.
ISBN code also, so it can
ISBN?
be cataloged properly at Barnes and Noble.
You could scan it with your phone, and it'll tell you the book name.
Yeah, at some point in the future,
And
it will.
who's in the book as well. It was pretty cool. Brandon and I did the categorizing of it on the website. We had to put in like every creator's name that was
you don't have to, but
we
you
did.
can add creators, and there's so many different options for everything. There's like inker, artist, or illustrator, or writer, editor, letterer, just all kinds of crazy things, like ones for like pencils and stuff. So everybody who was involved with the project got added onto that.
Right.
So, if you're looking for Alan Alonso or something, you're at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
You could
type it up.
Type that in.
It's super cool. And I was really proud of this. And of course, I'm sure people remember it. You guys have seen it. My eyes are censored, but
who is that?
Here's the book. This was the proof that we did. Doesn't have the code on the back, but we reformatted that to allow it. And it's, of course, you guys know, black and white manga style. This is the collected version, only $20, still available on the campaign as well. We did some overprinting in case we were able to get it into any stores in the future. Definitely going to be going to some cons this year, and we'll have these bad boys there as well. Easy entry for people out there that have never read any of the stories before.
Yeah.
So super excited about that.
Reese gifted 5 more memberships in the chat over here.
More?
Yeah, Bob Gable picked one up. Night Hunter 88. Eric Blodoks. And then scroll up a little bit. I don't know how to say that weirdo with the slash in it. Len H.
Jesus!
Williams.
Jesus! Thank you so much, dude. Reese, you the man. I wish we had an awesome to the max thing here.
You don't have it on this one?
No, it's on the hard line.
The hard line one, yeah. It's so goofy that it's separated like that.
I know. I wish you could just jump them over. That would be so good. But thank you so much. Here you go.
Wow. Awesome to the max.
I found it.
Nice.
Hey, awesome. All right. It's time.
For what? What do you have?
I don't know. That was it, I guess. You got the tome. What's this next thing? Oh, this thing that you made.
Yeah, that is cool.
This is really
cool. I was
cool.
pretty happy with that.
I feel like we're just showing off cool stuff we do. Is that okay, guys?
I mean, I enjoy it.
As long as Brandon enjoys it.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. You guys having a good time?
If you guys aren't following Brandon on Twitter and you like butts, then you should probably be following him. You know,
Hey, who doesn't? Who doesn't?
The Hottie Thoth.
I say Thoth.
The Hottie Thoth goddess turned out fantastic. You guys saw this last week. Brandon showed off the unpainted version. Did you, or was that a long
It might have
time
been a
ago?
couple weeks ago.
We saw the Salama one.
Yeah, right. So this was a while ago.
This was a while ago. So one of my favorite pieces that Brandon's drawn are these badass Egyptian goddess chicks. And we had our boy who 3D sculpted the Krim statue, the Krim bust. He worked on this for Brandon and painted this up. And dude, it looks like so professional, in my opinion. A little too professional, if you ask me.
A little too professional?
Yeah, it doesn't even look hand painted. It looks like, I mean, maybe hand painted by some sweatshop workers.
Yeah, maybe.
It works, dude. It's so good.
Turned out really, really good. Super happy with it.
What is on the plate that she's holding?
Oh yeah, you can't see it. It's the Zaid Comics hourglass.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It's the hourglass on there, kind of chiseled into the tablet there.
And I love how our boy Hernandez sculpted the, what do you call it behind her? It's not an inket.
The cartouche.
Yeah, the cartouche behind her, which is that weird golden plate but it looks like it's been degraded by time. Like
Yeah.
there's dips in it.
Yeah, almost as if there was some sort of massive cataclysm
Right.
that was able to eat away at solid granite
Mhm.
and cause large amounts of damage to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like we wouldn't know the history of what came before that cataclysm.
Right,
So we
right.
would just assume that all this stuff isn't what it is.
Right, exactly. And then like some pharaoh comes and just decides that he wants to claim it for himself and then write his name on there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there you go. People were asking though, are these for sale, Brandon?
I'm going to put the kits up for sale, just like I had with the shower girl up on the website. I just have to print out another one so that I can take pictures of like the unpainted kit, and you can see what you'll get on there. But yeah, that was super cool, and it's pretty tall too. It's like, I don't know, it's almost like a foot tall. That one.
Yeah, it's really, really good size. Yeah, and speaking of those,
I guess actually it's probably over a foot tall because that was an 8.5 by 11 behind it.
Mako Bancroft in the chat. What's up? He says the ancient world was very debauched.
Jay Ryan says she has a nice cartouche. Yeah, cartouche is a fun word to say.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah,
you
it's
like
very
that?
fun.
We got Evil One in the chat. Good to see you. You know you're getting old when you're putting together models and puzzles.
I have not started putting together puzzles.
Yeah, I'm not a puzzle.
I'm not even a big model guy, but I definitely wanted to have some certain things, like with the Salma Hayek one from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Hernandez did this one, and he's working on the other one for me. So can I kind of have them as bookends?
Yeah.
It'd be awesome on a shelf. So the other one is Anubis.
Anubis, yeah, female babe Anubis.
Yeah, the Anubis one is more butt centric. If you're into that,
Definitely.
If you're into that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, where's the Salama thing? Let me see if I could open it up for us, because I gotta find it. Well, while I find this, we're gonna do a little cartoon break. We haven't done this in a while. I hope you guys enjoy
It's
this.
true. It's new.
It's a
It's
new
not the
one.
Cecil one.
It's not the Cecil one. This
So
is
you
a
wanna
new
see this?
one that we found online. Shout out to the creators.
Stick around for the credits because they need the credit. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I just saw this on Twitter.
One of Ox Mechanical Arms reached into the train's front carriage and broke something important. "You have a train to catch," he said, and hurried away. "I can't stop!" yelled X95. "My brakes have gone!" Spider-Man appeared at the window to see what the matter was, but the train was going so fast that his mask flew off into the street where a goat ate it for tea. He jumped to the front. "Tell everyone to hang on," he said. He tried stopping the train with his foot, but that didn't work. "Any more bright ideas?" said the driver. He tried using his webs. The webs weren't strong enough, and he was launched forward. Spider-Man did say he had a few more bright ideas, though it was more the same idea with more webs. He fired more webs than he could hold without making a face, and pulled them tightly till his arms ached. Said Spider-Man, after breaking through the buffers and precariously Italian jobbing over the edge. X95 stopped at last. Said X95. Spider-Man had no energy to answer. He began to fall forward before being caught by Mr. Bright Ideas himself. And with help from all the passengers, Spider-Man was carried to safety. And everyone, including the narrator, took a deep breath. Spider-Man had saved a sentient train and all the lives on board. And though a trainload of people now knew who he was, they promised to keep his identity a secret.
That was great.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing what people can do now.
Yeah, I'm sure that whole thing was just CGI, right? And it looks very, very similar. Not exactly. It was missing some deep shadows, I think, but it looked awesome.
We got Jules in the chat. What's up, Jules?
What's up?
Good to see you. MC, he's no older than my wife's son. Okay. And Gnomeski is here too.
What's up?
Gnomeski.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I did find it. This was big news for us.
Yeah.
This day, was it this day?
Yeah, it's today.
28 years ago today is the anniversary, the release of From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996.
Yeah.
January 19th.
Not that great of a movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd say
it
it's
is
a
a
cult
it's cult
classic.
classic for sure.
There she is.
Definitely one of those Russo swerves out of nowhere with that storyline. But it gave us one of the icons of the Zaid Comics YouTube channel right there. Yeah, it has its moments. It's of course, and this is probably one of the moments, if not the moment of the film.
Yeah, it's probably the moment.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got in here.
You got Quentin Tarantino writing the film, casting Salma Hayek in the role where she pours champagne down her foot, and then casting himself in the role of receiving the foot in his mouth.
Yeah, talk about self-insert. A lot of self-inserts been going around lately. A lot of talk about that.
Self-inserts, sure.
I'd say that's the most notable self-insert there.
Yeah, what do they say? Like you told me earlier, is don't let your memes be dreams, right? And he was doing that way before meme culture was a thing.
Yeah, he manifested all of that opportunity for himself. So shout outs if you guys are looking for something to watch this weekend. Maybe watch this.
Well documented coincidence. Yeah, just so happened.
Bobby says Vince McMahon did some similar stuff with Trish Stratus. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Or Stacy Keibler.
Stacy Keibler, yeah, definitely. Vaughn's insert is more obvious.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's Cool V.
Yeah, you're talking about Vaughn. Cool V.
Two different people. Definitely. So go watch that movie if you want. If you don't want, I'm not going to hold it against you if you don't. This was also
look that scene up on YouTube. It's a fun scene.
Which one? Oh yeah, they should look it up.
Dusk Till Dawn, yeah.
Yeah, go look that up. We're gonna show off some cool art. Let's see, we got like 20 minutes here. Cool art. Speaking of cool art, Michael Rushbrook. Did you see this, Brandon?
No.
This was wild. Let me see here. This is a good one. Michael Rushbrook drawing the creative block.
Okay.
Michael Rushbrook, the artist on the Fiendish 2.5 series. Look at this.
Okay.
Look at that. You didn't even see this?
No, I didn't see this at all.
This is awesome. We got a hobo narwhal here, shivering. He's got some shake lines in the cold northwest.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Phil
looking
like a stout Chad.
Yeah, you definitely look like I don't know, like some sort of protagonist.
Yeah, I'd say the protagonist.
Yeah, your main character.
Right, for sure. And you got Irene here with her skull shirt. And everyone was saying how they captured her nose likeness.
Does she have a nose like that?
Yeah, she's got like that Polish nose, I think.
Really?
And then Jake. But the best part of Jake is this little hedgehog on top of his head.
Yeah, that's funny. Why is he not drawn in profile? Is he like the Beatles, like to the Beatles
like
thing?
Paul from the Beatles.
Was it Paul?
I think it was. Yeah, it was Paul because Paul is dead.
Oh, right. Yeah, he was the one.
Shoes.
So you're saying that Jake died at some point between the first creative block and then now, and this is the fake Jake.
Right, fake Jake, which is probably just Vaughn with AI filter.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing these AI filters going around. It probably would not be difficult to do because I saw this one where it was like your your AI waifu girlfriend, and it was just an Asian guy with a purple towel on his head, and the AI turned it into purple hair. Right? So this is probably he's got the towel on his head for the long hair. He's got just like a tennis ball up there for the little hedgehog. Yeah, I could see that.
So shout outs to Michael Rushbrook. Everybody should be following him. He does some awesome art. He did a kick-ass Carnal piece as well. So go give him a follow. And yeah, thank you so much. This is so cool. It's awesome awesome treat to see this kind of stuff. All AI art is in disguise. All art is AI and art in disguise.
All art is AI art in disguise.
Maybe now. Not our art.
I don't know. When I draw something, I'm just drawing.
Yeah.
Unless I'm AI.
This is an
Maybe,
AI.
that'd
I
be
mean, this might
crazy.
be AI.
Dude, Snarticom's right. I wanted to cover this. I didn't know if I should have brought this up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Narwhal does look a lot more like Kelsey. If he had a longer beard, he looks like Kelsey, like a younger Kelsey.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Is that where he's going? You think that's the Narwhal path?
Yeah, well, I was saying he looks like a very like stoic person in
Yeah.
this image. Like he's out in the wilderness.
Right.
He's a big Thoreau fan.
Right. Not unlike Kelsey.
Not unlike
He's
Kelsey.
like living
He's
out in the swamp.
wilderness. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Kelsey in training. I can see that. What's up with this thing though on his head? Is that a hood? And then he's got a hat on over the hood?
He's using a single hole balaclava.
Yeah.
But he's opened it up to his entire
His whole
face.
head?
His whole head, yeah. It's a whole face balaclava.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or balaclava.
Yeah, this was brought up too. He does look like Miyazaki, the famous Japanese anime guy. Let's see if we can look up Mia.
You already spelled it wrong.
Is this him? Is this the right one?
His name is Miyazaki.
Let me see if is that the right one? Am I thinking of Miyazaki?
Are you sharing this?
No, I'm trying to find a profile picture of this guy.
Mm.
Like an actual.
Gnomsky's saying, what if Narwhal is Kelsey's illegitimate son?
Here you go. Is this like Narwhal? That's the one, right? Janime?
Yeah, I was thinking of baklava. That's right.
Baklava. Yeah, Miyazaki.
Yeah, that's
Hey
him.
yo. Hey yo. Miyazaki. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, hey, yo. That's what Scott Hall was talking about all this time, I
He's
think.
a big Miyazaki fan.
Yeah.
He was like,
Hey, yo.
Miyazaki.
He didn't want to get copyright struck.
Yeah. So there you have it.
The evil one says the resemblance is uncanny.
See?
The uncanny Narwhal.
The uncanny Narwhal. All right, let's see where we at time. We got 15 minutes till we bring our boy on.
Granbury Langer says, although he does good movies, I don't like his movies.
I've been hearing that a lot lately. Like people are like, yeah, I'm not really liking his movies. I don't know.
Which are his movies?
He does Kiki's Delivery Service.
Never heard of it.
It's like this witch and she delivers Chinese food or something. And she's got a cat. She's on a broomstick.
Okay.
It's like Sabrina. He's got My Neighbor Totoro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's like this big fuzzy guy.
Is it as funny as when Spider-Man has to deliver pizzas but dressed as Spider-Man and he's got like 30 pizzas to deliver? You know, but the scooter broke down, so he dresses as Spider-Man and then he has to like hold 30 pizzas in his hand and then, you know, swing through the city to deliver
I'm not
pizzas.
sure. It could be like that because instead of like a bike or a motor or a scooter, she's on a broomstick.
Well, he did American Psycho.
Did he do?
Bobby Christmas is saying American
He
Psycho.
didn't do it. That was directed by a woman.
Oh, Snarticom is saying Porky's 2. I didn't see Porky's 2.
Yeah, didn't he do
Howl's Moving Castle.
That's what I was gonna say. Howl's Moving Castle, which was written by a woman in Britain.
Really? And then he
Yeah,
directed
and
the
then
movie.
adapted.
That's weird
I don't
because
know if he
usually
did
like
that.
those floating cities thing, you know, that's an Asian thing. Is she co-opting Asian floating cities?
It's just a floating. It's not a city. It's just a castle.
Yeah, but like in China, they have these floating cities that are in the clouds,
Right.
and people see them and try to take pictures of them all the time.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about. They don't have that in
Which is
Britain.
British. This is the Weeb stream now.
This sounds like when J.K. Rowling stole that thing to make Harry Potter.
Yeah. He also did Princess Mononoke. Mononoke.
Princess Big Monkey.
Big Monkey. Yeah, I've never seen any of them though, at all. But I hear from my friends that they're not that good.
Well, they keep playing them at the movie theaters all the time. It's
Right.
like, for one night only, Howl's Moving Castle on the big screen.
How far would it move? Right.
You won't believe how much it moves.
Here you go. Alistar's a big fan. Does a great film, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, look, Castle in the Sky. Castle in the Sky. I could go twice as high. Take a,
Is that the theme song?
Yeah, Reading Rainbow. Porco Rosso. Oh, Ponyo. Remember Ponyo? He's that little fish in the bubble.
I remember the name Ponyo. I don't remember what. I
I've never
couldn't
seen it.
write a book report.
That was another
on
one
it
where it's a
for
big
you.
one in the theaters. They're like Ponyo, and then Princess Mononoke, Princess Mononoke, Princess Big Monkey. People are liking Princess Big Monkey.
Big Monkey.
Someone should
When you
draw
say Big Monkey, there's no Y.
Big Monkey.
The E is like a long E.
Yeah, so that's Narwhal basically. All right, we got some time still. I wanted to show this off. We were showing off some badass art, and I saw Mako Bancroft says that he's just doing this same stream tonight, but on his channel.
Yeah, verbatim.
Verbatim, yeah.
Oh man, how's he going to do that with just one person?
Right, he doesn't even know what a big monkey is. But
That's
this
true.
is
the accent. I don't even know.
We've been highlighting this guy's art a lot. I'm a big fan of his. Mr. JP7, aka Johnny Cage, in the chat.
Johnny freaking Cage.
Johnny freaking Cage. He threw his hat in with the Spawn competition, doing Lady Spawn, hot babe Lady Spawn. Freaking awesome. Love this great pose. And
yeah, that's really good.
Did he? I want to say
that pose is crazy.
Yeah, I want to say he did the colors too. But look at that. Freaking great.
It's so good with the guns and stuff.
Yeah. Super cool.
Is she known for using a revolver? Is that her thing?
No, she's usually got like big guns or something.
Yeah,
but
that's crazy.
Yeah, good likenesses on the guns too.
Pretty it's good. Who are you telling me to draw?
This chick.
It's her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's got a good design. So shout outs to JP. I see boobs. Is there something else?
Yeah, there's a collection of firearms in the image as well. If you look hard.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people in the chat are looking real hard right
now. My buddy is drawing a Spawn comic for real right now. That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, he's got a lot of comics, a lot of Spawn comics going on. And then I saw this one also, Brett Barkley doing a little gunslinger Spawn. And I dug this. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. There's like all the bodies in the background. And I'm like, I feel like I've seen this. Like this reminded me of something.
Okay.
But I'll show you what it reminded me of. But it's not like a ripoff or anything or swipe. You probably never even seen the image. All the dead, or the trail of dead bodies.
Okay.
With Gunslinger Spawn.
What's the reference?
So this is what I thought it was. This is what it reminded me of. This is an illustration from Gunslinger, Stephen King's Gunslinger, and the trail of bodies there. And then there's Roland in the background. I actually kind of like Brett's version better because you have the hero in the front and then the trail going in the back.
Yeah, this kind of demonetizes the hero a little bit.
Yeah,
but it definitely accentuates, the action of what happened there.
And the depth. Yeah, this is
for sure
from a scene in the book too, where everybody in the town gets basically hypnotized by the man in black to kill Roland. So he's got like women and children and guys all with like pitchforks and stuff running him out of town, and he's just running backwards, blowing them away, killing them all. It's pretty badass. Really good action scene in the first book. And one of my favorite illustrations from that too. So freaking sweet. What's this next?
And the Gunslinger Spawn hat wasn't as queer looking as it often
Yeah,
is.
he actually
did a good job on that one.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of badass looking instead of like a big
I wonder why. I think it's because
hat.
Yeah, I think it's because he made it flat on the top.
Yeah.
Rounded.
Like a big thumb.
Yeah.
Like the other ones are. Where
Yeah,
it like gets wider a little bit at the top.
And the brim has more attitude to it. It has more,
sure. Yeah, it's very sharp.
It's got more expression to it.
Yeah.
Much cooler. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, very good.
We got some Stephen King
Stephen
backlash in the
King's-
chat.
It's just one of those things where like, before that came out and all this stuff, the art is good. I'll appreciate the things that I like about the art. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got to separate the art from the artist.
There's some really suspicious things in there. But I don't know what tons of like Stephen King stuff. Stephen King did a lot of things that I'm sure that I've seen before. But like
Stand By Me.
I never saw that.
Running Man.
Did you do Running Man?
Well, he wrote a short story that they took the title. It was called Running Man, and they just took the title and made it basically something new.
Oh, well then he didn't do Running Man.
But he gets I'm sure he was paid for it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you've put 2 words together. We'd like to use those 2 words.
It was probably a thing where it's like, oh, whatever company like Universal wants to buy a bunch of your stories, and they're like, oh, this one's called Running Man. We're going to use this and then make it something totally different.
I
So
see.
it was probably like a licensing.
Yeah,
deal
because
thing.
Running Man is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Alistair says, I think you guys would appreciate Miyazaki's earlier films. Maybe. As long as they're not like constantly talking to each other, like a lot of those Asian films.
Do Maximum Overdrive.
Did he do Maximum Overdrive? I never saw that either.
It's the only film he directed, and I heard it's really bad. It's basically like all of the machines come to life. And
Right. It's like a Goosebumps storyline.
Exactly.
Right. It's I didn't see the It TV version with what's his name in it?
Yeah.
As Pennywise. I like his Pennywise. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's like really the only good thing about it. I only enjoy the first half. When they're adults and stuff, it's not nearly as good. But the best part of Pennywise is in the adult half when he's in the library.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first that stuff, but also the new It, but the first one. So I'm sure the second one.
Alice just says he wrote The Running Man under Richard Bachman. Is it like a fake name?
That was his pen name, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He did a lot of stuff under that.
Yeah,
name.
Tim Curry. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he's so good. All right. We did have a chat from Jay Williams. Says, I just backed some Lost Pages 3 stuff. Check it out. Thank you so much, Jay Williams.
Awesome.
For backing. I'm going to go over here. I actually have it up here, and we could do a little
refresh.
A little refresh. Let's see. Is this the right? Yeah, we'll do a little drum roll too. Let's see how long this is. 546, 547. Look how close we are to 41K. That's
So
amazing.
close.
Thank you guys
So
so,
close.
much. All of that helps going to the books and helping us get everything printed. And can't wait to get this book out. Like we said, just sent the tomes to be printed. And we have, I want to say, 3 or 4 pages left for Dan Dahl to draw. And the final colors are coming in for the main story of the book. Ricardo is totally done with his part on this book, the Crimstone story. And I'm lettering away. And we're right around the corner from sending this into production. What do they call it? Getting the pageantry all pageanted. That's what people say. That's what people in the industry say.
I'd like to motion for us to stop saying that.
All right, we're not. What's it called then? when you get the book.
What, like printed and it's in your hand?
No, where it's like you send it to someone and he like does all the blacks and organizes everything. You guys in the chat know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, oh, I could hire Michael Bancroft to do this. Someone knows him.
All right.
We're gonna drop it, okay?
Yeah.
But we're really close to being printed, to sending out, and as I'm lettering too, I'm changing some of like the dialogue and stuff. I'm having a blast doing that. Actually, that's like the final part of how I kind of get all the themes wrapped up succinctly.
Quiet Red Media says, I think that's called smegma.
No, it's not. No. Where's Bancroft? He needs to help me with this. He knows what I'm
had to
talking
go
about.
put on his Phil suit so he could do this show verbatim. Yeah, he did Stand By Me. I watched a couple of movies about groups of friends this weekend.
Okay.
I watched Sandlot. Because Stand By Me is about a group of friends, right?
Yeah, sure.
Sandlot. And then we watched The Goonies. Mm-hmm. And then both of those movies have Baby Ruth tie-ins, which I thought was odd. And then they also both have jokes about, you better hurry up because my clothes are about to go out of style, which I thought was very weird because that seems like a very, very like narrow joke.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's of the times too.
Sure. Sandlot is funny. We watched it because it was James Earl Jones's birthday the other day. So he put on Sandlot, even though he's in the movie for like 30 seconds.
People like the Sandlot more.
My favorite thing about Sandlot is the monster dog. When it's like the legend of the monster dog and they really haven't seen too much of it and stuff. It's this gigantic foam monster dog head with like the huge paws. And it's like this biblical monster. And then when they finally encounter it, it's just this regular dog. I think that's hilarious. Very on brand for kids.
I figured out the word I was looking for.
All right.
Pre-press.
Yeah. Instead of pageantry.
Pre-press. When you go into pre-press, when all the pages are done and everything's getting compiled into a print file, that's going to happen soon. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We got it. All right. We did have some questions before I send the link to our boy. Where is this? Jay Williams, he just backed. Zaid Bros from Cranberry Laners. Good to see you, Cranberry Laners. Which volume should I get of the Lost Pages, or should I just get the most recent one? So on this campaign, it has a actual catch-up tier. Let me see if
catch-up.
Yeah, catch-up tier. So if you have not backed or read any of the Lost Pages, pretty sure there's a catch-up tier that should be called catch-up tier. Here it is, catch-up tome pack. So this has the tome, which is the collected version of the first 2 books plus our supplemental material, all in grayscale at the manga size. It's only $20. That'll get you caught up, if you don't mind that it's not in color, or you can grab the other books. If we still have some in the
there are very few left.
There's few left on the add-ons. But that's going to get you caught up with everything. And then the new content is book 3, which comes in this pack as well. You get to choose which cover you want, either the Simon Bisley cover or the Dan Dahl cover. And then it also comes with the ash cans of our People story, which is a side story about a vigilante. So that's all the stuff you need. You can mix and match, pick and choose in the add-on section. Great question. And I hope you do grab something. Rick says, did that officially pass Lost Pages 2 campaign? Yes, we're past that. And I think we're past CG Vacation as well. Not in backers, but in funding. And then Crowfire Studio says, love Dan Dahl platonically. Can't wait for this. Yeah, he's doing some awesome work.
He's doing great.
It's awesome. And he's gonna be doing the epilogue to the story as well. So he does have a couple pages at the end, just like he did for the Lost Pages too. But there's some of his art right there. Looking fan freaking tastic. All right, I'm gonna send the link out.
Shanny's here, stopping by to
What?
say hi.
Shanny's here.
Vaughn's materialized.
Where's Shanny?
She's here. She says it came
Throwing
to
out the
say
ducks.
hey.
Good to see you, Shanny. Good to see you in the chat. All right, I got to send this out. Do we have we kind of wasted our cartoon here.
Yeah, but it was hilarious.
It was a hilarious cartoon. Do we have
good.
anything to kill time during this?
No, we
yeah,
don't have anything left.
Because we could do this the short cartoon. Oh, it's the wrong one. Oh, I just ruined everything. Now I deleted the URL from the top.
I think go to the top and duplicate the tab real quick.
What do you mean?
Push duplicate.
Oh my god.
And then
All
copy
right,
that.
Copy this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I failed everybody. Here. Look, and look at this. He's already here. Without further ado, the creator of Tome of Reckoning. You might have seen him on the famous Michael Bancroft show, which we'll be sending you over. Well, come on down. Look at that. The screen's coming down. And this. Hey.
Hey, gentlemen, how's it going?
What's up, man?
Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, welcome to the show. I remember meeting you at a certain convention not too long ago.
Yes, the Unspoken convention.
Unspoken Tampa Bay Comic Con.
Yeah.
Great time. And yeah, I heard all about your book, and now it's real.
Yeah, for sure. It's on the second issue now, and just waiting to finish up this campaign and then launch the third issue as well. So, but yeah, it was nice meeting you, man. I saw your brother for a moment as well, and you guys are a lot, like I said, taller in person than on the TV screen. So
we got that today, actually.
Did you really? That's funny.
Yeah, when we went out to eat, when we got lunch. So tell us about yourself. And I know you've been doing this for a really long time. You know a lot of our buddies, like Nick Patera and PTP.
Yes.
And you actually went to the Kubert School, is that right?
I did. I went for 1 year. Patrick was my roommate for the first year. He finished off his time there. It was a little bit too expensive for me at that point in time. But yeah, I went for the first year, and he was my roommate, and we stayed buddies since then. So he told me to come down to Tampa. I came down, and I had the wifey and the kid with me. So I missed out on all the supposed debauchery, the tame debauchery, so to speak. But yeah, it was nice seeing everybody for a moment down there, and me and the family had a good time doing family stuff. But I guess MegaCon's coming up. Are you guys going to that?
No, it's super soon.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, like 3 weeks or something. It's
I think
it's February 2nd.
Oh, wow.
And it's in Florida, Orlando. And I mean, that'd be cool, but probably not. The thing too is we're getting our book out right now, and I'd like to have that out before we do any conventions.
Right, especially if we're going to table.
And especially if we're going to do a table and actually have new content, which is super exciting. But
that's awesome. I'm stoked for you guys, man. And now that everything's cleared up and nothing's closed, you guys have ample time to find all the conventions that are back open, and it'll be good for you guys to have, because you guys have a ton of books out. So that's awesome, man. Yeah, it's great. I'm just trying to catch up with you guys, man.
No, I mean, you're doing it, man. Let's take a look at this. If you guys are in the chat and you haven't seen this campaign, the link is in the description. You guys are mods in the chat. If you could throw it into the chat, and I'll pin it to the top here. Let's take a look at this Tome of Reckoning. Tell us about it.
So I'm on my second issue, and it's essentially a story about a group of misfits that are thrown together haphazardly and are on a road trip, and they're fighting a two-front war against shadowy government forces and an ancient evil from beyond, all while an apocalypse is actually happening around them. So the story takes place during the beginning times of an apocalypse. So you get to follow these characters all the way through to the time when the proverbial shit hits the fan.
Yeah. Oh, this is so cool. This is for some reason this image here reminds me, remember that movie Legion?
Oh yeah.
Or like The Priest or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where, because it gives me like almost like demon fighting angelic vibes.
It's funny, both of those movies have the same star too, right? Paul Bettany, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Legion's great, man.
Yeah. So I mean, what is this guy? Tell me about
So he's his name is Hellbound. He pops up in the first issue. You start to learn more about him in the second issue that's coming out. And essentially he is I guess a warlord sorcerer, without giving too much away about his background. But his suit is his tentacles are sentient, and he is one of the main protagonists of the story. It's quite a big cast, but he's definitely one of the main guys.
Very cool. So would you say this is, I mean, it doesn't seem like a superhero thing, but is this kind of like a team book? Obviously an ensemble is going on here.
Yeah, I wouldn't say superhero. There's definitely superheroics in it. I would say it's more along the lines of I wouldn't say superhero. I mean, like I said, there is superheroics in here, but it's definitely not cape book. It's more of a horror book, adventure book. So, but it is an ensemble team, and the team expands all the way. The third issue introduces a whole other part of the cast, and then from there on, we're trucking. Issue 4 on is just speeding through what's going on in the story. But it's I'm not going to say it's hard to describe. It's just not a superhero book. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Be like in that League of Extraordinary Gentlemen style, like just not necessarily superheroes, but
more like a supernatural stuff.
Sure,
exactly, yeah. And the story opens up. It's I had mentioned today. It's I don't know if you guys ever heard of Rifts, the role playing game.
No.
Well, it's a old RPG tabletop game, and essentially it's a story about where rifts are opening all through the world, and different dimensions are coming in, and that's sort of the reckoning aspect of the story. It's about every maybe 12,000, 20,000 years, the Earth and all other realms have a reckoning that essentially resets everything. So it's like we're witnessing the next reset button that's being pressed, and during that time is when all of the crazy stories you hear in the Bible and everybody else's books, Pandora's box, it's all comes from a place of reality, and then is just written down for the times and the places where these stories have happened. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of coincidences between the Bible's flood myths and flood myths that are in ancient texts from South America, and it's all just it's a world ending event, and it spans many different dimensions, and it all gets pulled together during this time. So it's like it's really it gets crazy.
Yeah, I love that stuff. Like when I was going to college, I took some mythology classes and just found that stuff fascinating, where the similarities between myths and religions were just on point with each other. And you have like these great psychologists talking about like the collective unconscious that is shared between cultures, and that's why we get those things. And just to think of like, oh, what if this event did happen, and these different cultures, the stories have been passed down, and they're all talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
All through that, it's like a game of telephone where everything changes just a little bit.
Exactly. And I touch on that too. I took world religion classes in high school, and it was one of those things where like, when I took it, it was awesome, man. And it touched on a lot of that stuff. So that was actually an influence as well on this story, where, like you said, all the similarities. It is a collective unconscious thing, but what if it was real?
Yeah. I love that. And seeing comics explore that and literature and just this fun stuff and mixing in even more crazy supernatural stuff into that is right up my alley. And
Awesome.
I really dig that stuff. Tell me about this guy. Is he a werewolf?
He is. He's one of the main casts as well. He is a werewolf, reluctant werewolf, so to speak. Sort of just wants to be left alone, but now that he's thrown into the thick of things, he's having to show his fangs and his fur a little more. His name is Murphy. He is known as Lockjaw. There's a reason for that, which will come up later on. And he's one of the main characters. Yep. I've had these guys since I was a kid. They've gone through many different iterations. They've stayed close to what they are, but this is the final iteration of these guys, and I'm stoked where it's at and where the story is. So
and I love everything about this, how it's just like so many different elements thrown into one. Last night we were talking about on the creative block where we talk about like writing and stuff is the different formulas that make up different genres and how you could kind of deconstruct them and build them into new things that pique even more people's interest that are outside of those genres.
Right.
And I'm seeing a lot of that in here with, the supernatural elements mixed in with different types of mythologies or old ancient stories. And that's really fun. I think has a good of range, makes it an eclectic story to pull in different types of readers too,
which I'm hoping for. I'm hoping, and I hope it's when people read it, people have that have read the first issue have given me good feedback and have enjoyed it, and I hope that they're just on for the ride because it takes off from here, and it's one of these things where I've just worked on it for so long. It's like that old meme of somebody sleeping next to their lady. What is he thinking about? I was thinking about The Reckoning forever. You know what I mean? It kept me up. And you guys know 100% writing your story. You're up all night. Oh, I got this idea. Where does this go? Where does this go? And when it finally all clicks and you finally are able to put it all together into one cohesive story, it just now I can sleep a lot better than I used to. So but I'm stoked for people just to get their hands on this, man.
Super cool. And really interesting design with this guy too. Is this a mouth here on his belt there?
It is not a real mouth though. It's just a symbol from his old tribe that he wears, that he keeps on his costume, just to remember from where he came from.
That's so cool. People digging it in the chat. Yeah. If you guys are digging this, someone put out too, it's a great reasonable price on these books as well. Definitely go over here and grab this up. Where are you in the kind of production status on this issue?
This is totally done, ready for the printer. So this one's done. Issue 3 is drawn and inked. I'm actually in the midst of coloring it right now and getting it lettered. Issue 4 is totally drawn and inked, and then I'm actually penciling issue 5 as soon as I get a couple of commissions out of the way, and then I'll start penciling and inking issue 5.
Damn. Yeah, already ahead of everything. That's great.
Yeah, I sort of want to just be able to put them out, in succession as fast as I possibly can, and probably take a break after 5 just to get caught up again. If I'm not caught up, to finish, maybe 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then launch those again.
See, Henry Bemis in the chat says you can get a physical copy for $15, and that includes shipping.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And that also includes the PDF for issue 1 and 2. So it's a physical copy for issue 2. And then if you want to get caught up without paying for issue 1, I send a PDF of issue 1 as well. So you essentially aren't going to miss out on anything of the story.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, everybody needs to check this out. Really, really cool. Evil One says 9 books to read. Eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Get there.
And I don't know if I forget if you mentioned this, but how many pages is each issue?
Issue 1 is 36 pages. Issue 2 is 36 pages. I think issue 3 is, I have to check, I think it's like 32. And then issue 4 is like 40 something pages. Issue 5 should be around 30 something or 28. I can't remember. I have to look at the script. But the first 2 are 36. Third one is 32. And then like I said, the fourth one's like 40 something. So
that's awesome. Especially the price point for that amount of pages in crowdfunding right now. That's really killer.
Yeah,
And-
you know,
Yeah.
I since I'm the artist, you know, I'm the colorist now for the second issue. My fiance wife is was the colorist for the first issue, and she's helping out as we do these other issues as well. She's teaching me Photoshop, so this is the first one I've actually colored on. But you know, I figure if I'm paying, you know, I'm saying you guys, I mean, you know, it's expensive to hire an artist, so luckily for me, I'm the artist. So if I can pass those savings along, you know, especially with, you know, everything's so damn expensive right now. If I can just get these books into people's hands for a reasonable price, I'd love to do so. You know, I just hope it doesn't bite me in the ass. You know, I was talking, I think, to Jimmy Reyes, who said sometimes if you don't have it priced up high enough, they think it's a cheap book. But I can promise you guys, it's not. I put my heart into this, and the artwork only gets better as each issue goes on. I've learned so much, and where I'm at right now, I can't wait for people to see that stuff when I'm actually able to show stuff from issue 4 and 5.
Yeah, that, you know, what Jimmy was saying is like that was really kind of like an idea years ago, like probably like 4 years ago, when you'd see books that would do that, or even have like digital copies that were pretty low entry, and it would kind of cut your profits or whatever.
Yeah, and it would wane your campaign down
Right.
a ton.
But I think what you're doing with the page count, you know, and that price point, I think that's amazing. Like we really never see that.
Sure.
We're kind of used to seeing kind of like a 36 page for 25
Yeah,
bucks.
like the premium prices.
Right. So I think this is an awesome strategy you're going with. And now that you're on to issue 2 and you already have some issues already ready in the bag and drawn, hopefully people see that this is your plan, what you're doing, taking you serious with this, and you have an ending point or a goal to get to, because
totally
that's a great strategy. You know, really warm yourselves up to this audience and the people that love reading comics.
Exactly. You know, it's nice to and thank you once again, man, guys, for having me on, because it's hard to find that audience, you know, when you're just, you know, a page on Twitter, you know, or Instagram or anything, and to actually be able to come out and for people to see that I'm a real dude, you know, who's putting something out and passionate about it. You know, I hope that the people that read it are as passionate as to where the story goes as I was putting it together, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. We're super glad to be able to have you on. We're trying to do this every Friday and have someone new on this year to
kind
of shout out their books and stuff. So where does it go from here now? So you have, let me see how much longer you have on this campaign. Scroll all the way up here. Do you know?
I think it's 23 days. Yeah, 23 days.
23 days. Yes. And you said you already have some more work done on the next issues and stuff like that.
I do. Yeah.
Are you like looking to launch those by the end of this year as well, like another campaign?
Yeah, I'm looking to launch another campaign probably a month or two after this one. Probably 2 months. That way I'm not, you know, putting it too close together. Probably I'll wait 2 months after this one goes out and I fulfill, and then I'll put out issue 3. And then 2 months after that, I'll do issue 4, and then so on and so forth. So
awesome. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Like what we're trying to do, or what we've done in the past, is like building that backlog. So then when we start going to conventions, we'll have stuff and kind of reaching out of the reader base that we have right now. So having something long running like this, you know, you're that kind of auteur creator who's doing everything on the book. You know where you're going, and that's a great start, I think.
Yeah,
really, really, really badass stuff. What are some of kind of like your influences, the stuff you enjoyed reading, and maybe the stuff that influenced this story in particular?
Yeah, my love for horror movies as a kid. You know, I got started on horror flicks at probably too young of an age. But you know, those movies didn't scare me as a kid. You know, I think the only movie that scared me as a kid was a movie called The Day After, which was a flick that they put out about nuclear war. It actually sort of ended. It had our nations talk to, you know, Reagan talked to Gorbachev after that movie came out. It was a pretty harrowing flick, man. It's on YouTube for free. It's not. It's not. It's not sexy, so to speak. It's a disgusting, scary flick. So for me, this stuff was fun. You know, the horror stuff, the monsters. I grew up watching, you know, the Friday the 13th and all the, you know, the Nightmare on Elm Streets, American Werewolf in London's, and all the old Hammer flicks. So I have a big love for like the Universal type monsters. And then on top of that, reading comics, the superhero stuff. I did love superhero comics.
Yeah.
So that was a big influence, and a lot of horror books. Stephen King. I really dug Stephen King growing up.
Yeah.
And just a wide array of things, so to speak. I'm really pulling from everything. Video games as well. There was a lot of role-playing video games I used to love as a kid that really influenced my love for like a big ensemble cast, which is what this does. On their quest, to not stop the end of the world, but see where they go when the end happens. So really, just everything. I know it's vague, but I'm a kid of the 80s, and all those flicks from sci-fi things. That's why it's all in this book. But it was thought of and put together as carefully as I could put it together without just seeming haphazardly slapped together. So my influences range from everything, man. It's a wide gamut of things that I've been into. But mostly, the horror aspect. Like I said, this is definitely a horror fueled adventure.
Sweet. Is this the first kind of like story you've put out and like written yourself?
I've written a lot of stuff for myself, and I've helped other people with their stories, but I've never been published. I've always just done something else. And finally I was like, why don't just do it, dude, but I have other stories I'd like to tell as well that aren't in this vein, but this is the first thing that I've actually put out. It's a passion for me. Like if I wasn't, if nobody even paid for this, I'd still be doing it. You know what I mean? This was always for me. So even if it goes nowhere for anybody else, I'm going to finish it. It's a labor of love and maybe a little bit of psychosis too. But, it is my first story and I need to get it out of me.
I feel the same way,
Right. I can see that with all the stuff you put out, man, all the thought you put into your stories, man.
Thanks, man.
It's one of those things where it gets you,
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, everything Brandon and I do, like even, the stuff we do with the arcade and our day job and stuff like that is just integral to our life now.
So what do you guys do for your day job?
Well, we work at and run a big arcade out here.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
The big arcade.
Yeah, the big arcade.
So the world's largest arcade, Galloping Ghost Arcade over here. So we have world's largest arcade with 900 and something video games on the floor, pinball machines.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's also like a giant conglomerate company with a gym and a mechanic shop and a print shop and video game production company and stuff. So
we've been here we've been around it since it's opened.
Wow.
And like Brandon always says, like if we win the lottery, we'd probably still come in and
right. It sounds like a great place to work. I worked at an arcade years ago, a small one, but it was fun, dude. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Oh, that's really cool. And that just keeps your juices flowing too with the creativity, I'm sure, seeing all that stuff and just being around something fun, that's super cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely brought opportunities to us where we're able to work on our comics and stuff. And like our boss really encouraged us to get into making comics years ago.
Cool too, man.
So yeah, we're super lucky.
There's so much overlap with many things, that bring skill sets and things like with the 3D printing and engineering and just art and stuff with programs that we work with, because being here at work, it helps us with the comic book company as well. So
that's awesome.
These are crazy endless.
Yeah. It's super fun. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna definitely keep making comics, and it looks like you're off to an awesome start. You have a really long running series that we could all look forward to. And I think we had here, I forgot to pull it up, but where is it? Yes, Admiral Wackass is backer 36. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If anyone else backs, throw it in the chat. And if you guys can't back now, there's always an awesome feature on Indiegogo. If you're signed in and you go to the top of the campaign, you could hit this little heart here for follow. And anytime updates come up for this campaign, you'll get an email about it, a little something to remind you that you did want to back this. Help sharing it out always helps. Super helpful to get the word out here.
100%
about this. Do you have any YouTube presence or anything you do like that? Or
I don't. I'm actually looking to do it. You know, I'm looking to at least have something like maybe like a draw stream or something like that. So I do have a channel, but it's really not worth following just right now. But I'll probably post something up there shortly just to have something on there. You know what I mean? It seems like that's the way to go. I don't have the presence or the or the looks that you guys do, so I'm probably not going to be doing a live stream talking to people. Maybe we'll see. But I'm probably going to do like a draw stream, you know, something like that in the future, and maybe just have some videos go up there of what I'm working on. So at some point in time, the Tome of Reckoning YouTube will come to life in one way or another. So
that's great. Let's see. Oh, look, Michael Bancroft. He's commenting from our Twitter stream on X right there. There's a little X symbol there.
Wow.
Thanks for not giving us the views on
that,
YouTube.
That post sits on itself.
Yeah. I did see Henry Bemis backed as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Let's see if that's true. We'll do a little refresh here on the campaign. We got 35 backers. Kick ass. Yeah, that's the
awesome.
What do you call it? Bancroft has the Bancroft bump.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? The Zaid Comics zip
backing promotion uptick.
Diaz Brothers. The Diaz Brothers dump. Thank you guys for backing.
Yes, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it, guys.
And spread the word here. We're going to end the stream in a couple minutes. We're going to send you over to Michael Bancroft's show. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, that's not how it works. How do we? Oh, here we go. There we go. Space Ghost style. Yeah,
it is. That's awesome.
Before we take off, anything else you'd like to tell the audience, or where people could find you? Or
you can find me on Twitter at I think Tome of Reckoning. But more than anything, I just want to thank anybody that takes any interest in my book, whether it's sharing, backing 100%, or even having me on your show, man. Time is precious, and I appreciate you guys giving me any amount of it. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, man. Thank you very much. Thank you, boys. I appreciate it.
Anytime, man. And when you do your other one, definitely hit us up, and
I'd love to.
We'll get you on. Love seeing the ideas that are long running. It looks like it's very thought out, and all your influences are really cool. I'm excited to see all this. And let's see, we got 2 minutes. What do we do for 2 minutes, Brandon?
Somebody had asked in the chat earlier when independent comic book creators are going to forego using South American artists and then go straight to Ghanaian artists to bring up the Ghanaian art.
That's a good question. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the Ghanaian art, Mondays we do a stream, us and our buddies, and it's been a big topic. These Ghanaian movie posters. There's something to be seen.
Yeah, if you haven't seen these, look up the Ghanaian movie posters. They're something else.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull one up really
quick
awesome before we get out.
Yeah, I had sent you one.
That's right. Yeah, should be here. Yeah, these, and they paint them.
They are painting them on bed sheets or something.
I
don't know what
they're
doing.
Canvas.
Yeah, so if you've seen the movie Ghost Dog: The Way of the Samurai,
are you familiar with Ghost Dog: The Way of the Samurai?
I am not familiar with it. I didn't know this was a movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
After that came out, just a funny quick story. In Baltimore, somebody cut somebody's arm off with a sword, with a katana during a bar fight. So I think the movie had influenced somebody. Dang, that's awesome.
So this is the Ghanaian movie poster for Ghost Dog. Any of these scenes in the film? Because I
no, maybe Whitaker just training with this sword, but I don't remember him fighting a ghost pug. But that's a ghost dog. That's awesome, dude.
It is Forrest Whitaker right there.
Oh, that's great, dude. Oh my god.
The Ghanaians have an affinity for adding unnecessary guns to their movie posters.
Oh, that's classic.
I'll be hiring any Ghanaians anytime soon. They're probably
out of
our budget.
Yeah, I mean, the budget permitting, it could be a really good opportunity for an alternate cover.
Yeah,
100%. My interest has been piqued. I know what issue 3 is going to look like. Magic Cop. That's awesome, dude.
Awesome.
I love to see you guys do that.
That would be good. So stay tuned. Coming right up after this, Michael Bancroft show. He's going to be talking about something. Let him know we sent you guys over, and thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. And yeah, we'll talk to you later.
All right. See ya.
See you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Hey now. Look what I got. Can I just say what the Diaz brothers have put together on this package? It's spectacular. Really, they deserve all the praise that they're getting. The print quality, the variety of things I got. Their offering exemplifies what I think Comicsgate project should be in terms of what you're getting. What do we say? So we say like premium quality stuff. Phil and Brandon. Bookmark. This is very impressive. Mel looked through all of this and she was blown away by the quality. Like, I was wondering, was it worth printing on red paper? It was, yes. It was.
You come out here and try to get the sympathy of the people, but you don't